say, I'm in my comfort clothing today. Alright, I'm going to talk to you today about some weird things like... So, actually, I wanted to talk about something different I thought I was going to talk to you about. I'm going to talk to you about this very interesting fellow who's not quite alive anymore. He's like he's gone to sleep, really. Zig Ziglar. Wonderful individual. Lots of great quotes and whatnot. Very good words and such. Very nice individual. Wish I could have met him, though. I've listened to his talks, though, on the radio and on my phone. I see my phone's right here. It's just been wonderful and great, and you get all inspired and such. So I guess it's more of an extra plug towards him. He's wonderful, though. You will find some of the stuff on YouTube. Alright, but beside the point, I want to talk about the fact that, to harken back to the old tale about the fact that you can't, the old wife, and what is it? A common housewife in Britain cannot tell the difference between a dead crab and whistle butter. So, of course, it's a very silly thing to say.
What are you talking about? Of course it's very silly to say.
What are you saying? But of course it's silly.
Well, I just said that, of course.
I don't believe that you know what you're talking about at all. I can tell the difference between whistle butter and that, but I guess I'm not a housewife though. I do sound like them from the sketch. So how do you tell the difference between the whistle butter and the dead crab?
Well, of course, it's very simple. As you see, the dead crab has legs. The whistle butter does not.
Well, how do you know that? How come they could shape the butter in the shape of a whistle crab?
And that, my friends, is why you always must lick the crab or the whistle butter. So, carry on, though. What I'd like to do tonight, if it's alright with you, is harken back to something very old and very different. And very confusing, of course. Yes, very, very different. So, I was talking recently about Disney characters. The side characters, of course, they make them all very lovable, very wonderful and great. But of course, I think we both agreed that Philistetius from Hercules is the most insufferable character in the world, of course. Very annoying. His voice is just very. It's obnoxious, of course. It's just kind of an obnoxious character. He looks like an old middle-aged man. I guess that's the idea. He looks like an old man. But, and of course, you know, like there are so many great characters, and they want you to love them all. But of course, you know, they give you Pegasus and they give you Meg, you know, like, oh, of course, there's all these other characters that are wonderful in this movie, but you always have. Ooh, I'm sorry, I should probably not do that on camera. You have all these characters that are wonderful, and you have some that are just totally abysmal, like Phil. Other ones I could mention, of course, were who else was there? Who else was not as great? Oh, of course, Sir Hiss from Robin Hood, of course, is the most preposterously obnoxious snake in the world. Granted, I'm not a big fan of snakes to begin with, but this snake is just awfully annoying. The actor did actually a wonderful job portraying what a snake I think would sound like if it was speaking. It might be actually the same person that I believe is, if I'm not mistaken, it's probably not true, but I think they're the same person that did Car in Jungle Book, which is also very annoying. It's a giant snake, and it's like, well, this is terrifying. I do not want to be around the snake at all. Do not want to be there in that frame of reference, of course. Now, on to something completely different. As you can see, we've got a bunch of different British accents here, and we can talk about different things, of course, in each one, because, you know, it's more fun that way. So then there's, of course, there's the favourite Disney villains and such, and the least favourite Disney villains, and it's not really difficult to figure out, you know, which ones are the favourites and which ones aren't. I mean, you can look at, you know, Captain Hook, he's, you know, less of a favourite, but I think Ursula's really, really down on the bottom. She's really down there. It's not really great from, you know, from with Little Mermaid. She's just, oh no, Cruella de Vil, oh goodness gracious, goodness gracious, look at the fire. It's quite annoying. She's quite preposterous and just very greedy, of course. It's just honestly, it's ridiculous. She's like, I have a black hair on the one side and white hair on the
Majesty, all the dogs so I can club them like the baby seals.
Well, that's actually probably inappropriate, isn't it? But of course, that would actually club baby seals, and she wanted to club other dogs and, you know, have them made into a coat, which is just disturbing. Probably my least favourite villain. I think my favourite villain might be... Oh, goodness. I didn't want to say the name wrong. Basically Genghis Khan. In Mulan, what is his name? Yeah, I'm going to look it up because I really didn't want to. It's just preposterous not to, actually. It's not Sean Yu. Is it Sean Yu? No, of course not. No, I'm going to be very rude for a second. We're going to look up a villain from Mulan. Wonderful movie, I love it. It's actually one of my favourite Disney movies. It is Sean Yu. I was right, it's Sean Yu. I didn't even look it up. How preposterous is this? Alright, so you have Sean Yu. Great villain, like literally Genghis Khan, just to a T, just I'm going to hike over. You're the only survivor. Go tell the Emperor. Like that! Such a powerful, like, what the heck type of villain are you? It's got preposterous goals. You see this guy just climbs over the Great Wall and is like, alright, I'm gonna scale the Great Wall with my arrows. I'm gonna kill everyone in town. And then you're going to ban me with an avalanche and I'm still going to survive! It's quite impressive, actually. But of course, and then you have the lesser villains. Of course, Jafar's not too bad. He's a pretty good villain. He's just such a baby, honestly. Just like, I'm going, Sultan, you're going to give me what I want. I'm going to give you what I want. And of course, you have Aladdin just comes over like, what are you doing? Oh, I guess that'd be Jasmine. What are you doing? Oh my goodness! It's not really hard to do Jasmine. Actually, I should work on that. But regardless, you have all these different characters, and they're very, Iago's a great side character. He's just very silly, as is, really any bird. He's a birdman, of course. Who else? Oh, goodness gracious, how could I ever forget it? How could I forget there's so many. And then, of course, you have Moana now, who the bad person is actually the good person in the end, and she's actually going to give life back to the planet. And you have Tangled with the witch, and she's just gross and weird. She needs a lot of help, actually. But then you've got her, you've got, oh goodness gracious, Grips of Fire, who else you have? You got, you got, oh, there's Maleficent. She's a pretty impressive villain, but the fact that they're making movies that are like, let's cast her in a very different light, let's make her look less evil, let's give her a backstory, if we will, Mr. Potter. So it's not really, Maleficent is kind of very evil, of course, but she just really doesn't get what she wants, I guess. She just wanted something, and she's I don't get it. Same thing with the Queen from Snow White. Wanted something, did not get it. Was not the fairest in the land. Snow White was. She was like, I'm going to make myself a hag, and I'm going to get you, my pretty. Of course, that's Wizard of Oz. Very different. Let's see what else. Yes. And of course, there's King John from Robin Hood. I could never forget. It's such a ridiculous bit. Actually, I guess the Sheriff of Nottingham is actually the worst villain there. King John is just petty, of course, at best. As I think if all of that story is actually true, then that's accurate. Yeah, there's the new story with all of the magic and whatnot. I don't really think that's the case, but I think the one more so. I think the one with Russell Crowe, that might be a little bit more accurate to what actually happened. Let's see, who else? I can't think of any others I really want to talk about. Talked about Aladdin. Oh, of course, The Fox and the Hound. Great movie. But it's sort of like best friend becomes worst enemy, and then old fart and old dog, and then bear. I guess it's basically like man versus main character versus main character with friend. Main character loses his friend. Friend becomes enemy with old dog and old man. Old dog, old man, and old dog, or old dog, old man, and younger dog. Go to hunt friend because friend hurts other friend. Fox friend hurts old dog. Breaks his leg like this, and it's just a preposterous mess, and it's very silly. And eventually, you have the bear, which is just everything versus the bear. I don't know if I could bear that. I'm sure there are others that I've missed. Probably do another video like this at some point. I'll talk more in detail about each of the different villains and why I like or do not like them, because they're wonderful and great. But for now, I'm going to have to. This is a very long video. I'm sorry, but it's a good one though. It's talking about Disney things, and Disney things are wonderful, and they're great. I might talk about my favorite. I might talk about the main characters next. I think I gave Flotsam and Jetsam from with Ursula, just kind of awkward. Oh, Scar! Okay, hold on, we're not done yet. Scar, which is basically it's Hamlet, just lions. Scar. That's really funny. If I put my hand up here, my camera focuses on this. My camera is very terrible, actually. If I do this. Alright, but Scar though is such a baby. Oh, I need to get my. You actually see him in Hercules. He's dead. I need to get my way. And then, actually, speaking of Hercules, the villain there is just again another baby. Actually, they're both babies. Both of them are very much just childish, and they want their way, and they don't get their way, so they're very upset, and then it's just very silly. But of course, that's just the way things are. But Scar though is just such a baby. He's like, well, they might have a problem. It's like, well, of course they're going to have a problem. You've been feeding them, and now you're not feeding them, and now they're going to rip you apart. Oops, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, well that's all for now. I guess I'll talk to you later. Have a wonderful day, and a wonderful evening, whatever time it is, whatever you are.